I'm Cynical Zombie, and we're going off trail. Good morning, everybody. I am coming to you this morning from mile marker 0.0 of the Chicago Lakefront Trail here at 71st Street in Chicago, Illinois. We're at the intersection here of 71st Street and South Shore Drive. It is at this location that we're going to go off trail. So one of the things I've always wanted to do, I've been to this location multiple times, I've wanted to explore a little more south. I learned that there is like a boundary marker right at the boundary of Illinois and Indiana, and it is pretty much accessible by bike. So between looking at satellite view and talking to some of the people on the Shy Bike subreddit, I've come up with two major paths here. We're going to meander over this way here. There's a beach we're going to check out, and then it looks like there is an on-road bike route here, a bike lane, and then there's an alternate easier side street way if I don't like the bike lane way. And then we're going to make our way through Calumet Park, check that area out, and then there should be a boundary marker right over here. So let's check it out. All right, so goal achieved. We made our way here to State Line Plaza. The trail continues into Indiana this way. I have not plotted out a route to see what it looks like this way. I am aware at some point it's going to connect all the way to Michigan. As indicated by the sign here, I'm in Illinois still, and this looks like the dividing line right here. Right here. So my wife is a state away. AllTrails is saying just over 6 miles to get here. Granted, you could shave off sometime if your goal is to come right here if you didn't want to go through Calumet Park. We've never been there, so we wanted to check that out. You could also cut out some time and not go through the Rainbow Beach Park over here. But we did not need the alternate. Riding in the bike lane here wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's not very much traffic on a mid-morning Friday, but we were able to make our way successfully here. There's a couple of the spots we actually rode on sidewalks. I think there was actually a bike lane. There wasn't a lot of traffic on that road, so we definitely could have done that, but there was nobody on the sidewalk anyway. Where there were trails, the quality of the trails were okay. Decent in spots, good in others. There's definitely some spots that need some work. The big thing you really have to watch out for is glass, unfortunately. There's definitely lots of glass in spots that we've seen on the streets and on the trails. So keep an eye on that. But otherwise, it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't incredibly difficult to get here. Definitely a cool area to check out. As always, when given an opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. Well, as you saw, we pulled over in Steelworkers Park here. They have some sculptures to check out. They do have a couple of little loops. We're just riding them to check this park out. I think they have a rock climbing wall over that way, so we're gonna check that out on our way out. The traffic on that road we were just on, way busier than when we were heading down to Indiana. Don't let the AllTrails map trick you, because it makes it seem like there's gonna be a trail that continues all the way around. And as you could see, it looks like this might be private property. Sign over here says no trespassing, U.S. government property, restricted area, keep out. There's it's locked up with a fence here, so even though it looks like it's definitely rideable, you definitely can't continue on this section here. All right, so we made it back to mile marker 0.0 at the south end of the Chicago Lakefront Trail. As you know, riding on the street like that isn't my favorite type of riding. If I wanted to ride on the street, I would just ride my motorcycle. But otherwise, it wasn't incredibly difficult to do. And the state line at that boundary marker is something definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. So basically at this point, I've ridden from the Indiana state line all the way up to Ardmore. I've also ridden from the Wisconsin state line all the way down to Wilmette. So I'm definitely wondering if there's a safe way to get from Ardmore up to Wilmette. If any of you know a safe way to ride that, definitely let me know. Let me know what you think of this episode of Off Trail in the comments below. If you are familiar with this area and you know of somewhere I should check out the next time I'm there, definitely let me know. As always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. If you are interested in supporting this channel and helping us get to more trails, please consider a super thanks. And that's all I got today from the south end of the Lakefront Trail. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.